JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, increased rainfall expected across Jamaica midweek, says Met Service. The Met Service of Jamaica says the country will have increased rainfall as a tropical wave currently approaching Hispaniola is expected to move across the island Wednesday evening through to early Thursday morning. The service said the forecast is that cloudy conditions with periods of showers and thunderstorms, which may be heavy at times, will affect sections of most parishes on Wednesday and Thursday, especially during the afternoon and evening. It added that sea conditions will deteriorate in the vicinity of showers and thunderstorms and warned fishers and other marine interests to exercise caution. The Met Service said it will continue to monitor the situation and update the public as the need arises. Lifeguard shot dead in Trelawney. A lifeguard was fatally shot in Rio Bueno, Trelawney on the weekend. The police reported that about 7 p.m. on Saturday, 29-year-old Calvin Donaldson, a resident of Rio Bueno, was driving when a vehicle with men aboard drove up beside him. The occupants opened gunfire, hitting Mr. Donaldson several times. 2 women who were in his car were not injured. Bachelors Hall at the mercy of river when it rains. Rain clouds bring worry for residents of Bachelors Hall in St. Mary. While persons traveling between Hordley Crossing and Bath or on the Golden Grove to Hordley Main Road may get nervous, fearing the road will become impassable if the Plantation Garden River is in spate. It is the residents of Bachelors Hall who will bear the brunt of the pain. For them, the rising water could reach up to knee height inside their homes, as was the case with that of 60-odd-year-old Chanel Miles on the weekend. The river de Pampisa this land, and whenever it rains, it comes straight through this house and go on the road and block it, he said yesterday. When me sit down inside, the water will catch me on my knee inside of my own house, and if me ever go in the yard, it's all my chest it reach sometimes. Water-stained concrete walls, damp flooring, and hoisted furniture bore testament to Miles' story and illustrated that the past few days of heavy rainfall have been hell for the farmer. In addition to sleeping in a riverbed and losing some 3 acres of pumpkin and sorrel, he related an additional fear of crocodiles, which he says have been spotted in the river in years gone by. Admitting that he has grown somewhat accustomed to the disaster, Miles expressed that the discomfort experienced by himself, his neighbors, and those displaced at Hordley Crossing can be fixed if the Plantation Garden River is properly dredged and trained. "A kinda rough man, but me grateful for life. That is the key," he said yesterday. "Me can always go back, but the river needs to be dredged out because it's full up of sand and has become level with the land. So when it overflows, it comes through here and blocks the wall of here and goes to Hordley Crossing. It needs river training." 2 houses down from Miles lives a 21-year-old woman and her 2 children, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And though her house is not flooded, Sodini McCullough has reasons to worry when it rains. "The water continue to come in the yard, and when it fall, me have to fret because I'm me alone live with my 2 kids, and sometimes the river come in at night and taxi hard to get down here so we can't run," she said. "It's so I can rat the play them pan the house too, but me just have to bear it. I don't know what will happen if a hurricane come," McCullough said. Government to complete handover of 40,000 tablets next week. The government will complete the distribution of 40,000 devices under the Tablets in Schools program during the week of November 4. Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Fayval Williams, made the disclosure at a ceremony for the handover of tablets at the Buff Bay Primary School last Thursday. The government, through e-learning Jamaica, began the distribution of devices to students benefiting from the program of advancement through health and education path on October 2. The tablets are targeted at pupils in grades 4 to 6 and will augment the 18,000 tablets and the more than 12,000 desktop computers already in the school system. Williams noted the importance of placing technological devices in the hands of students. A device is what a textbook was 50 years ago in the hands of a child. That is how you should look on a tablet or a laptop, she noted. We are on a journey, and it's a journey to have Jamaica become a fully digital society where all of us feel comfortable using technology to access government services and to better the educational outcomes. We want brighter children coming out of the education sector. We want our children to learn faster, and we believe technology will help to enable that, she added. Chief Executive Officer of eLearning Jamaica, Keith Smith, informed that more devices are coming for educators and students, which will provide approximately 100,000 technology solutions for the year. This year, we have already rolled out 23,000 teacher tablets, and we have another 1,500 to do. This program, Tablets in Schools, is 40,000 tablets, and we have just gotten the nod for the second to last stage of the procurement process for another 16,000 tablets, which will go to high schools, grades 7, 8, and 9. We're in the process of procurement for 15,000 laptops, which will go to the high school students on path in grades 10, 11, 12, and 13, the exam grades, he said. A total of 213 devices were handed over at Buff Bay Primary to benefit students of the institution, in addition to Charlestown Primary, Tranquility Primary and Infant, and St. Margaret's Bay Primary. The Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology, through the USF, spent $700 million for the Tablets in Schools program and $805 million for the Tablets for Teachers program. 4 more COVID deaths, 38 new cases. Jamaica recorded 4 additional COVID-19 deaths and 38 new cases in the last 24 hours. This brings the number of positive cases to 8,787 and the death toll to 196. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the 4 deaths include a 56-year-old woman and a 57-year-old man, both from Kingston and St. Andrew addresses, a 29-year-old woman from St. Thomas, and a 55-year-old man from St. Mary. Of the 38 new cases, there were 17 males and 20 females, with ages ranging from 2 to 72 years. The gender of one of the cases is still under investigation. St. Catherine recorded 9 cases, St. James recorded 8, Kingston and St. Andrew and Westmoreland recorded 6 each. St. Mary recorded 4, Hanover recorded 2, and St. Anne recorded 1. The country also recorded 45 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 4,347. Some corridors still closed due to floodwaters, says Shaw. Communication and Customer Service Manager at the National Works Agency, NWA, Stephen Shaw, says many of the corridors which were impacted by landslides as a result of recent heavy rainfall have been reopened. Shaw noted that the agency is still waiting on floodwaters to recede so that access can be restored to some roads. Where it is that drains need to be cleaned, we are mindful of this, and we will be proceeding to clean those drains, he said in a video posted by the Office of the Prime Minister on social media. There are some areas that are naturally low-lying, and we have to allow for nature to keep its course and for the waters to recede naturally, he added. According to Shaw, the agency responded to a number of situations across 11 of the 14 parishes. He noted that the Bogwalk Gorge in St. Catherine remains closed as the gorge is still being impacted by boulders and heavy siltation. Shaw also noted that several areas in Clarendon remain impassable as floodwaters have yet to recede. More devastation in Shooters Hill. Everald Gale slept fretfully at his neighbor's house on Saturday night, worried that the howling wind and the stinging rain would test the strength of his humble home in Shooters Hill. When he returned on Sunday evening, his fears were validated as the house was filled almost to the ceiling with mud, rocks, and other debris. The torrents triggered a landslide that sent a boulder tumbling, demolishing the wall at the back of the house. It gradually shook the walls until it just come right through, he said. It was my lucky night. Feet didn't come down when I was sleeping in there. After opening the door, Gale's roof collapsed and another landslide smashed the front of his house. His neighbor, Denny Groves, said she witnessed the incident while keeping watch over her own home. By 7 o'clock the next morning, Groves and her sister, Narissa, assisted in the rescue effort for Dawn Allen Grant and her husband, Norman Grant, who were helped through a window when their house was uprooted by another landslide. Allen Grant, who is hard of hearing, praised God that her husband woke her up in time. Me in my sleep and my husband wake me up and say the house had tear down, but him did move the things them already. So me no really lose nothing, she said. The whole of the house broke down, it broke right out to dirt. On Monday morning, Salome Millwood Mitchell and her family of 4 loaded furniture into a truck, frustrated into evacuating after 3 days of rains and mudslides. While inspecting the damage, Sergeant Wickham Campbell, member of the Community Safety and the Security Team from the Kingston Eastern Police Division, said they will be assisting residents in rebuilding and recovering from the trauma. The St. Andrew East Rural constituency suffered immensely from the raking fury of Tropical Storm Zeta with a landslide, claiming the lives of 15-year-old Sanique Leachman and her father, 42-year-old Romeo Leachman. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.